Hi guys, good morning. My new motto has been to drive basically the GT3 whenever the weather is not raining and under 90 degrees, so it's not totally brutal hot. So I've been enjoying it a lot. I got my coffee and we're headed to the warehouse. One of the first things that I'm going to tackle is fixing up the S15 rear end, mainly the taillights right now. So underneath this tape, if you guys remember, we actually broke the tab on the headlight. This video today was sponsored by Idle Heroes, which I'll talk about in about a minute. When I had that rear end impact, I just kind of flexed everything and the tab wound up breaking. So I'm going to pull it off and then we'll be able to glue it all back together and then hopefully it'll hold strong. We do have some replacements of these coming in, but I do want to fix this one up just so we have a backup. Could also use a good cleaning too. What's nice is it broke off kind of clean to where if I use some sort of plastic glue and I can get it to, you know, kind of sit in place, I think it'll actually stay so we won't have to do anything special to hold it. Obviously going to go ahead and clean it all off first so we can get a good bonding surface. This plastic welder that we're going to use has a working time of 5 minutes and a fixture time of 10 minutes. So get some of that on there. Mix just enough of this stuff. Nice little black, smells great. Alright, so I got the plastic adhesive on there and then hopefully this will tack it in place. It's all set now and all I got to do is wait for it to dry. And while we wait for it to dry, I've got a pretty fun iPhone game we can play. So this part of the video was sponsored by a mobile game called Idle Heroes, which conveniently enough is a great way to kill some time. You can play this game anytime, anywhere. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. If you're just chilling, it's a great way to pass the time, hang out, and just have some fun. The aim of the game is to assemble a group of heroes and continually improve and equip them with new items. And with your heroes, fights will be carried out repeatedly, which will bring you different rewards even when you're not around. You don't need a ton of time to play either. There are daily tasks that take just 5 minutes. All you gotta bring to the battle is some strategy. There's 6 factions in the game with over 300 heroes. Definitely click the link in the description, download it for free, go check it out for yourself. It's a lot of fun, and I would like to personally give a massive thank you to Idle Heroes for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys, it means a lot. It's definitely dry now and hard, but I'm gonna give it some time for it to cure even more before I go and put it back on the car. Now this finally came in. We ordered it a while ago, but if you guys remember having those issues with my S13, I thought it would be fixed by getting a power brace for it. This thing looks used, doesn't it?
It's been on a car.
Huh. All right. I mean, I don't really care, but I feel like we should get a discount. It's definitely been used.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's been on a car.
Yikes. I mean, I'm cool with it, but like, that sucks. So, if you guys notice the difference with this, we were having the issue where the tension rod brackets were flexing. So these come already boxed in from the factory, and they have an additional brace here that connects the two. Where if you look at the stock ones, there's no brace in the middle, and these are open. So that's why we were having all that flexing, which might have been why I was getting all those weird binding issues. While Alberto's doing engine stuff, me and Pat are going to tag team S13 and try to get this thing back in tip-top shape, because I do want to drive it this weekend a bit.
You're right, you're right.
That's the wrong thing. That's not what I was asking. I was.
That already come. They come fully baffled and black anodized, and they have a different oil cap.
You what?
So
This does not look right. Oh my God, I'm so upset. We got a used one and it doesn't fit.
Put it up there again.
This is not right. Look for a different car or something.
How close of a...
These holes don't even line up.
Yeah, you are fucking pretty right there, dude.
Oh, I'm so upset.
That's annoying. I was really pumped because we were hustling.
I was like getting excited. They sent me a used power brace. That's not even the right size. That's probably why it's used, because someone probably bolted up to their car and realized it didn't fit. Lucky enough, we were able to find another power brace that should hopefully be here tomorrow. We're overnighting it. Again, in the meantime, Alberto's been going hard on the 2J. If If you notice, it's almost all back together. He's been filming a few clips too that I'll insert in the video right here.
Today we are assembling the rest of the 2JC block. Right here I have the spare 3.4 liter short block that we got from Titan. I just went and picked up the head from Massworks, so the head's ready to go. It's all cleaned up, new seals, everything. So now I got a fresh OEM Toyota head gasket to put on this. As you can see, it's covered because I cleaned the block. It's ready to go. I don't want anything foreign falling inside the engine. So yeah, basically we have our nice 3.4 liter block. Is 1001 compression, 3.4 liter of displacement. So this thing is gonna make like all the torque that a 2JC can produce. So let's get started. Let's get this head out of the box. Here we have the head back from Massworks. I just went over everything, make sure it's top notch. Everything has to be perfectly clean, no debris. And then after that, I air it out with the air hose, make sure it's all good, particle free. The block is also all fresh and clean, ready to go. So now I just gotta slap a new head gasket, put the head on, and then put the big air pit studs on it. This time around, we are going to be using an OEM Toyota multi-layer steel head gasket, which is the best gasket available for these engines. Fresh, little nice sealed gasket, ready to go. Let's open this thing up. Take out the packaging. Well, I had it right, perfect. I already had installed the dowel pins on the block. Then head gasket's in. Now all I need to do is align the head. Perfect. For the studs, it makes it a lot easier if you just like lube the tip of the stud, like the first threads. Then you put the knot, you thread it on the first threads, just a little bit, not a whole lot. And then you just put the washer on the head and you slide the stud with the knot already in it, so it makes it a lot easier to put this thing together. You see now with the knot in place, you can just simply lower all of them into place. And we're gonna slowly thread the studs all the way down. Now comes one of the most critical parts of the whole build, torquing the cylinder head. These studs go torque to 100 foot-pounds. So we're gonna do, instead of 3 stages, we're gonna do 4. I'm gonna do 30, then I'm gonna do 60, then 90, then a final 100-pound pass. So we're doing first 30 right now. This one pretty much just seats the head evenly, nice and gentle. Alright guys, the head is torqued to 100 pounds, so we're ready for the next part, which is gonna be installing the valve train, which consists of putting the lifter caps, which in this case are solid, then the camshafts, cam caps, then the cam gear sprockets, or before that I have to put the little plate that goes in front of the head, then the cam gears and timing belt. Now I'll run you guys down on what I'm gonna be doing on the head, also with some torque specs. Here I have an assortment of torque wrenches. This is a big torque wrench that I use. This will be the 1/2" one to torque all the bigger bolts. Then I have here a 3/8 torque wrench that I will be using to torque the cam caps. And then this little one right here is a 1/4 drive that I will be using to torque down the little tiny 2 bolts on the cam cap on the BBTI sprocket, on the BBTI intake cam. Then I wrote down here for you guys the torque specs that I'm going to be using. So the cam cap on the exhaust, which is this regular one, will be torqued to 59 pounds. The cam caps go to 14 pounds. The cam bolt for the BBTI sprocket goes to 60 foot-pounds, and then the little cap for that goes to 11. And then that little tiny cam cap bolt goes to 44 inches, and that's why we're using this little tiny guy right here. Now we lubricate the top of the valves and each journal for the camshaft. It's like pretty much a drop on everything. Make sure it's all properly lubed up. The lifter caps, which are numbered. This one's intake 6. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one goes right here. Intake 5. Now we add lubricant over those as well. Now the camshafts go in. So the exhaust camshaft will go on this side. And then the intake camshaft is gonna go on this side. Wait. And now we're pretty much torquing down these caps to 14 foot-pounds. We got the complete valve trim installed. I got everything set up. You can see timing marks are right where they go. Very simple. Then on the crankshaft, it also has a little timing mark down there in the middle. And we're good to go. Now all that I got left is to torque the cam pulleys to their corresponding torque specs, and then you can see everything up here is all nice and lubed with this red assembly lube.
So from ECU Master this time around, to be even safer than we were before, we went ahead and actually got individual EGT probes. So Alberto's gonna weld in some bungs to each runner. That way we can individually monitor cylinder temperature and then better adjust when we go to tuning to make sure all the cylinders are equal and we can be as safe as we possibly can. While everything's off the car, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to polish up the radiator. A lot of the degreaser and stuff kind of gets at it and makes it look icky. So if I can try to keep it looking nice, it'll be a lot better. You like my little surgery operation we got going on here, Tommy?
Looks pretty intricate.
That's all I'm doing today. See, the thing is, this taillight's absolutely going to go back into the wall. But what did you say? If the body panel comes flying off your car, you get a 0?
If it's from contact, it's okay.
Yeah, but still, if I was driving down grid and this taillight flew off.
Oh yeah, if it flew off and you didn't hit anything, that's
Yeah.
a 0 or an incomplete.
So, only the best plastic welding going on right here. If you've noticed, videos have been kind of weird and confusing when it comes to editing. Main problem for that is because, technically speaking, I'm a day ahead right now, which normally would be a great thing because it makes it way more relaxing, but I've kind of been forgetting what I've been filming and then getting lost. So tonight I'm gonna try to get caught up and edit 2 videos. So I'm gonna go treat myself to some early pizza instead of eating junk food super late at night, and just go try to have the editing party so I can get caught up and stop being confused on what I filmed, what I haven't, and what day it is in this internet world of mine. It's funny, this thing actually makes a great daily because it's one of my only cars that still runs on pump gas. And it sounds cool.